What is up, YouTube? Hello, everybody, and welcome. We do have a good show for you guys this morning, and we're actually about to get started here. So here we go. Okay, maybe not here. Hold on. Jeez, I am messing up tonight. Uh, there we go. All right, here we go. That's right. You guys are listening to Remy's Roundtable, the Florida theme park podcast. What is going on, everybody? And good morning to all of you. We do have a great show for you guys. And like I said, I haven't done this in a while. You know what? Let's get into it. Ah, crap. Dang it, audio. Jeez. Jeremy, I'm sorry, man. My audio's been messing up lately.
No problem. No worries.
Was it this one I used last night? Yeah, I did. Okay, I used this one last night instead of. All right, let's try that again. That's right. You guys are listening to Remy's Roundtable, the Florida theme park podcast. What is going on, everybody? And good morning. We do have a great show for you guys. And like I said, I haven't done any of these in a while. So you know what? Let's get into it. If you guys want to follow us on all social media, you guys can. You guys can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and right here on YouTube, which we are live. Just head on over, just type in Remy's Roundtable, and we'll come right up for you guys on your streaming platforms. So, good morning, everybody, and welcome. My name is Remy, and guys, I gotta say, this is a good friend of mine. He is a world-renowned musician, which you guys can see him live here in the Central Florida area or at a certain theme park. And he's a good friend of mine. So, guys, please say hello to Jeremy. Jeremy, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How's everything this morning with this beautiful 50-degree weather, man?
It's great, Remy. It's great. I like the cold. I'm geared for it. My body likes the cold. It's a little much too cold for this part of the country, I believe. But I hear a lot of people saying, how cold it is. But overall, I'm doing well. So it's
I
beautiful.
kept get I kept getting these updates on my phone saying, "Oh, Florida's gonna hit snow." I'm like, "When are we gonna get snow in Florida? There's no way we are gonna get snow unless you are in the panhandle of Florida. That's pretty much where you will see snow. But here in Orlando,
Yeah.
no, you won't see any snow here."
Yeah, I mean, I certainly don't expect it, but they do say it was that 1 or 2% chance. I guess that's higher than zero.
You just heard that, right? You said 2%.
I saw it.
I really 2% of snow in Florida. Once it hits the ground,
Oh,
yeah, it's gonna melt. So it's like
yeah.
it's gone.
So don't
So
blame miss it.
So Jeremy, man, I'm glad you're on the show today. I like doing these one-on-one interviews with people who I admire, who I love seeing live, doing music. Uh, you're a big jazz musician. So tell me, man, who influenced you to play the piano? Like, was it Duke Ellington? Was it somebody like that. Okay, that's the only major jazz piano player that I know besides John Baptiste. So, who are some of your favorite jazz musicians that influence you to play the piano?
Oh my goodness, man. What a great question. And I'll try not to take like all day to answer it because I have so many favorites. I have a lot of favorite pianists in general and a lot of favorite specifically jazz guys that I admire, jazz musicians in general that I admire. I'll preface it by saying I'm a classical guy. Uh, Originally, I studied classical music. I was trained at Juilliard and played a lot of concerto music and concert music with symphonies throughout the world and a couple of times overseas in Europe as well. Um, but I began branching out a little before the time I went to college and just exploring various musical styles. And for jazz, I was really drawn into it through by way of Broadway and a lot of the jazzy sounding scores for Broadway shows by Leonard Bernstein and others. But Duke Ellington was one of the first that A Train and Take the A Train and I'm drawing a blank right now. I'm thinking of Benny Goodman too, also just in the Gene Krupa drumming. But the first piano player, the pianist that really caught my attention specifically for my instrument was Monk, Thelonious Monk.
Wow,
Yeah.
Monk, man, Monk was a badass back in the day, man. Like,
So I hear.
but there was one piano player. It wasn't Monk. It was some jazz musician where he can play the piano forwards and backwards on his palms. So
Yeah.
I forgot who he is. So
Galliard. His last name is Galliard.
yeah,
Pronounced. Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah.
when I was in my I was a guest in my dad's music class at Rollins, and he brought this guy up on the big screen, and I'm like, who is that guy? I mean, the guy's playing the piano backwards on his hand. He's like boom, boom, like hitting every single key.
And over and back. Yeah. It's wild. I can't. I wish I knew how to do it. I thought I was cool when I figured out like a couple of if you know Chico Marx from the Marx Brothers. I figured
Yeah.
out a couple of his little techniques and try to use them like a little finger point. You do kind of a gliss, a run, and a glissando, and you kind of like I try to get on the screen here. You point, bing, like that. I thought that was neat when I started doing it, but gosh, this thing. I don't know how that guy did that.
It's so weird. I mean, yeah, he was playing an old Yamaha piano or like an old school piano back in the day where the keys were just so light. He can just play it like that way on playing the hand on the piano
Upside down.
backwards. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm like, well, okay, sounds good to me.
But
So
punk, I gotta say, Oscar Peterson became,
Oscar, yeah.
yeah, and he's the kind of person you listen to and you don't know whether to be inspired beyond belief or just give up altogether. Like,
Geez, Peterson, Monk, Duke. There's
yeah,
a lot of talented jazz musicians back in the day, but do you have any favorite musicians now who are local here in Florida?
yeah, local in Florida. I'm glad you said local in Florida because I'm more familiar with the music uh, in our area here in Florida than I would be, I guess, with jazz or even commercial music. Widespread. So locally, gosh, there's so many. I've got to pick. I have to pick. There's a guy named Randy Morris.
Randy's
So,
good, dude. He's so
yeah,
good.
he is inspiring to me. He did an album for Christmas with Bertini, the trumpet player,
Oh no, Pertini, yeah.
and Randy has a solo track on there of Jingle Bells, which in and of you just have to hear it because if you just say how he plays Jingle Bells on the piano, it does not sound very appealing or impressive, just to say that. But then you listen to it, it's very impressive. It's a very impressive track where he goes through like 3 or 4 different genres all in the course of 2.5 minutes, and he plays stride and he swings and plays some boogie woogie in there too with all jingle bells. I mean, and he told me, I talked to him, I asked him about it. I said, man, tell me something about that. He said that Randy said he improvised that in the studio.
Wait, he improvised that the entire time?
He revised that arrangement. Yeah, I was
Oh
like,
my
oh,
gosh.
blew my
See,
mind.
see, this is why I miss like going to, recording sessions with my dad because he knows like all the heavy cats who's here in Florida, and he goes, "Hey, you want to go to a recording session?" I'm like, "Absolutely. Let me go ahead and call out for today because I know they'll say yes. So let me go and call out. I will be there and give me 20 minutes and I'll be over there." So here's me. I'm in the studio just on the board, and the sound engineer goes, "Hey, you're gonna help me out today." I'm like, What button? Just show me." He goes, "Oh no, you're gonna learn how to equalize the entire soundtrack." I'm like, "Excuse me, I'm gonna do what now?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna show you some things on how to equalize, the perfect sound on what you hear on a CD." I'm like, "No shit. Okay." I mean, it, I was like maybe, how old was I? 13. I was 13 years old,
Well done. Wow.
learning the board. So
Learn
I'm
the
like, this is insane.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know super lot about that side of it really, and it's something that I'm very curious to with the ideal amount of time. I guess if we didn't have to sleep, if we had a full 24-hour waking hours every day, there are a couple of more things I could squeeze in. But yeah, EQ, I did try. I've tried my hand at it and not gotten very far with it. So at 13, Remy, you were doing more than I've done on a board.
And look at me now, man. I have my own podcast. I'm doing all the editing. I'm doing all of it from my laptop, and it works fine, man. So, first thing, man, is that the reason why I got you on here is because you work for a certain company. What got you what got you that job? Did you have to go through like an audition? Did you have to play for like different musicians to give you the okay to, be the main piano player for either for Casey's Corner or for the Grand Floridian?
I went through a few auditions. Yes, I will, and I'm proud to say I auditioned. I think it was 4 times overall before I was onboarded there as kind of an extra in a show that's running right now that you can see in the parks nightly with a lot of guest performers that come in, and you probably know what I'm talking about. But
I think I do. Yeah.
it has a funny acronym that's unofficial, if you know that one too.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about is it a certain event that's happening at Epcot right now? Is it that event?
There's an event there going on that, yeah, people may have heard of. So that was in 2018 where I began
Whoa.
on the stages there, and I still get to do that. So it's a real privilege. And that was after, like I say, 3 or 4, I think 4, couple of open call auditions for musicians, and yeah, I just kept at it, and I got a lot of great feedback and a lot of great positive reinforcement and suggestions of where to go musically and how to audition really. And so it was an awesome, easy learning curve and a learning experience for me going through that over the course of maybe a couple of years or so, traveling into Orlando before I moved here to do those. So yeah, and I'd always wanted to be here too. So it's a dream come true.
When you say you moved here, where are you from?
Uh, that's a long-winded answer as well. But I moved here. We'll go in backwards order, right? Back to the future. We'll go. I moved here from Tallahassee. I moved to Tallahassee from Central Kentucky. I moved to Kentucky from New York City, Manhattan, and I moved to Manhattan from the West Coast, where my childhood hometown of Redwood City, California, near San Francisco, is located.
Oh, beautiful city, man. San Francisco. My parents, they've been there on for vacation, and they said, "Hey, if you and Jen want to go to San Francisco, you guys need to save up because it is a beautiful city." And I'm like,
Worth it.
"Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, but you guys don't have that many theme parks in San Francisco." So,
This many, a whopping none.
I
There are a lot
mean,
too, though, but yeah.
the only theme park they have in San Francisco is the Full House from the show, from the TV show.
Been there. It's fun. Yeah, it looks just like it.
Do you remember what you auditioned with? What song you auditioned to become, the piano player for Casey's?
Well, of the several auditions, each one consisted of a little bit of sight reading, but I prepared probably four or five things for each of them and played maybe two at each of my preparations pieces. And I do remember the very first thing I played was a classically styled arrangement of the Mickey Mouse March in the style of Chopin.
Jeez, they had to throw that song at you. They're like, "Hey, we need for you to play the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse March, but you gotta do it in a classic C major, put a little bit of dominant chords in there,
Yeah,
make it your own."
yeah.
But I mean, some of these auditions are just weird, and I'm like,
They asked me to improvise the well, I think they said any more recent Disney tune in the style of ragtime. And I chose on the spot "Friend Like Me" from Aladdin, the genie song from Aladdin. And
good
I
tune.
swung it with a stride left hand, and yeah, that was one of the on the spot creations too.
Do you have any favorite Disney songs that you just enjoy playing while you're at Casey's?
Oh, gosh. While I'm at Casey's, yeah. Well, the first general Disney, one of my favorite Disney songs in general is "Out There" from Hunchback of Notre Dame. Uh, but that's a more symphonic kind of feel, right? In Casey's Corner, I love playing "Everybody Wants to Be a Cat." I love playing "The Bare Necessities," um, and fun kind of jaunty stuff like that.
I mean, I do love you. I did love your arrangement on Darth Vader's march, so I love that. I love that, man. I'm like, damn, that's good. I actually like that version. So,
You
and
can
plus,
turn anything almost into stride, almost anything into kind of ragtime or stride.
I think, to be honest, I think my other favorite ragtime tune to hear on the piano is the Entertainer.
Oh yeah, I love the Entertainer and the Maple Leaf Rag by Joplin too. And yeah, those are perennial favorites. Like man, just like yeah, can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. And I have an arrangement that I through improvisation came up with on the Entertainer. It's more of a entertainer showpiece, and I love doing that arrangement. But I also it doesn't beat the original ink, of Scott Joplin's original The Entertainer. It doesn't beat it. It's just kind of a tribute to it. You go off the book and have a lot of extras.
Do you remember back, I think it was like back in the mid 90s? Did you ever had a chance to go to Pleasure Island and go to the either the jazz club or the Comedy Warehouse?
I wish I wasn't around in the area then. I was still in California, and for half of the '90s, I was in New York City too. And I didn't make it to Florida much. I made it to Miami one time for one summer, but no, I didn't see the Comedy Warehouse while I was here. Unfortunately, I wish that I had.
Dude, I mean, we all know her. We love her. I'm talking about Miss Carol Stein, and
Errol.
she is just a fantastic
Mm,
piano player. And uh, she she met me when my dad was playing at the jazz club with his band.
wow.
So he's like, "Hey, do me a favor. You're gonna come with me to Pleasure Island tonight. You're gonna hang out in the green room. You're gonna come out, watch us play." And then on our break, I'm gonna take you to the Comedy Warehouse to go see some comedy. I'm like, that is awesome.
Wow.
And right there on that same night, I actually had a pleasure in meeting Mr. Wayne Brady.
Oh wow, Remy. Wow. Cool. I love Wayne Brady. He's hilarious.
Do you do you ever had a chance to see like any celebrities at the Magic Kingdom who will stop by at Casey's like every once in a while? Have you ever had a celebrity interaction?
Um, at that particular location, I can't recall any right now. Gosh, I want to make sure I'm saying this correctly. Yeah, I mean, has there been? Oh, there's one kind of interesting celebrity or famous musician from a member of the group Smash Mouth came by
Whoa.
himself, and that was really special to me because they're from nearby where I grew up on the West Coast and very nearby to my hometown there. And but I didn't know them then, you know. But then he comes by and he says who he is, and I was like, wow, yeah, I know who you are. He's like telling me I played with this band. I was like, oh, what's the band? Smash Mouth. What? Here's all.
That's awesome, dude. I mean, I've seen when I used to work for the company, I would meet like a lot of celebrities out there when I was working at either Space Mountain or at the other locations besides, Magic Kingdom.
Yeah,
And there was one interaction where I was just myself and talking to them as just as a normal person, and we just talked for a good hour. I'm like, all right, well, I'll tell you what, here, let me give you guys a couple fast passes. I'm talking about like the actual paper fast passes. So I'm like, here's a full stack. Go have fun, and you guys enjoy the rest of your vacation. So
yeah.
that was pretty much it. That's all I did. So
Oh, that's super cool. Awesome. Yeah.
um, here's what I was gonna ask is that what was your very first either your very first concert or your very first recording session?
Mm. Um, my very first recording session, really, this is this I can't even believe I got to do this. I can't even believe I got to do this. I'll start with the important part is the location of this recording session was Skywalker Ranch in California, and it was I expected a reaction. Yeah, so
Did you meet him? That's the question. Did you meet him?
no, no, sadly, I did not. I did not. Uh, although before then I had met John Williams, so that's what
Wow.
but I was there to record a concert piece for piano and orchestra, piano solo and symphony orchestra, composed by a guy who you may only know him by his work. He wrote the music for the TV show Knight Rider. He wrote some music for Battlestar Galactica, a good portion of it. And Fall Guy, I think, was a drama in the 80s, and several other things and a couple of films too. Stu Phillips. Stu Phillips.
Wow.
And he had written this piece, and he had been my instructor for a summer or two in film composition. And I was in my teens, and he booked. He's like, "Well, I'm going to do this piece, and I'm finishing it, and I want you to play it." I'm like, "Sure, I'll learn it and play it." And he said, "Well, we want to record it too." And I was like, "Great." And I'm going to call up. He said, "This is Stu saying I'll call up Skywalker, and we'll book the studio, book a studio there because it's more than one." But yeah, and then got the orchestra in there, and me and just, I yeah.
Okay, now I'm a little jealous. You went to Skywalker Ranch, man. That is insane. Did he give you like a little tour on like where some of the cool stuff is? Like you see like some Star Wars posters, maybe some models or whatever.
Yeah, a little bit of brief, unofficially. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, dude. I bet you were going insane. You're like,
yeah,
holy crap. I'm on Skywalker Ranch. I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
yeah.
I gotta see this for myself. Like, Like, what is going on here?
Talk about a board.
Oh my gosh.
See,
All
their board
right.
is like as big as my house. Yeah, I mean, it's just
Oh,
unreal. It's unreal. I mean, it's what you would expect. I mean, I think for the studio that where Star Wars was recorded, the music
yeah. I mean,
right,
John Williams is right there,
right there.
just
Yeah,
conducting the entire score for Star Wars.
yeah.
So, what got you into, working for the company, Disney, and what do you have a favorite theme park to go to? Like if it's your normal day off of work, I'm sure you go to the park like every once in a while just to walk around, see what's going on. Do you have a favorite theme park to go to?
I do, and it has changed kind of over the decade or years. I mean, my original favorite theme park to go to originally was Hollywood Studios, and now at the moment on today, it's Epcot, and it's been my favorite. Epcot has been my favorite for a year or so. Of course, Magic Kingdom still has a special place in my heart. For all the just for a lot of reasons, and I'm not really sure why my favorites alter. I mean, I'm glad we don't have to pick one of them to live with only, like on a desert island kind of situation.
Right.
I'm glad that we have them all. So the Epcot right now is certainly my favorite. Just kind of go and hang out, and I do go, and I like to go and hang out there. I don't always get as much time off from work as I want to go and play there, but I do when I can.
I think for me, to be honest, like when I was younger, I really enjoyed going to, the Magic Kingdom a lot.
Yeah,
But now since I'm in my mid 30s, I enjoy going to like you said, Epcot because Epcot to me is more of an adult theme park because A, you can drink around the world, you can go to your favorite bars in Epcot, and let's just say that you could spend easily, $100 just to drink around the world at Epcot. I mean that you can't beat that. I mean, it sucks that cast members don't get any discounts on any alcohol drinks at all at Epcot. So I'm like, oh man,
maybe they're trying to tell us something by
I'm
that.
trying to say something. Do you have a favorite festival at Epcot? If it's either the Food and Wine Fest or the Flower and Garden Show or the holiday the Christmas holiday over there for candlelight.
Yeah, that was really good, and I get to play keys in the orchestra there at the Candlelight Processional um, every year too. So I met some celebs, well, not met, but shared a stage with. I guess I didn't really get to meet all the narrators, but they have really cool narrators, and that's a really good festival. But I think the Festival of the Arts is my favorite for a lot of reasons in general. Not the least of which reason being that it's kind of my entryway into the company.
I think for me, it's going to be Food and Wine Fest because,
Mm.
Epcot can bring in some major, and I'm talking about major bands to
Yeah.
perform at the Food and Wine Fest. But when I saw the lineup for this year's Flower and Garden Show, I'm like, I may have to go see this band. And I love funk, I love soul music. The Commodores are coming to Epcot, so I'm like, I have to go see them.
Yeah, yeah, I don't blame you. I want to go. I want to go see them too. There are many on that list that I would like to see. I'm not sure I'll get to them all. Chubby Checker,
Oh
Chubby.
yeah.
Gosh, yeah. The Garden Rocks is a pretty cool concert series, and it's really awesome that it takes place at the Flower and Garden. And the Flower and Garden has some neat food options as well. Some just some quick the carts. What are they called?
The food stands, yeah.
Yeah, the food stands. Thanks. There are a couple of them that I really enjoyed last year, and I hope they're coming back. So for Flower and Garden.
When you are at Epcot, where do you go first? You go Mexico side or do you go to Canada side?
Oh, Mexico side.
There we go. That's the right answer. All the way, all the way. See, but for me, during Food and Wine Fest, I had to start in Canada. I started in Canada because they had the filet mignon. And then I get the steak first over in Canada, and then I go back to Mexico, go grab my tequila, and then do that full circle around the park.
Well, I see your reasoning. It's hard to beat a good fillet.
It's a good reason, man. And I can't complain on the steak. All right, Jeremy. We got some time left on the show. I know I did say an hour, but you know what? We're gonna talk a little bit more on your music journey and uh, do you have any do you have any siblings or are you just or are you an only child?
I'm an only child. I'm an only child. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool, man. That is so cool.
Yeah, I is one of those things is what it is. You're younger, a kid growing up, you always want that brother or sister, and I was no exception. I always thought it would have been fun to have. When you're a child, you always think, oh, all my buddies, they have little brothers and sisters and stuff. But things happen for a reason, and I grew up really happy and really blessed and lucky and had a lot of opportunities. And who's to say? Maybe if I'd had a more talented sibling, then I wouldn't have gotten. They would have stolen the spotlight. I mean, I don't know.
Let me ask you this. I don't want to get too personal, but if you have any kids, are you gonna show your kids, how to play, music, to, expand their mind on what music is all about, to show them like what you grew up with, who you perform with, will you show your kids how to play like an instrument, or they can do whatever they want.
um, a little of both, kind of a mixture of that. We do have an only child, and we're parents of an only child too, like I was, and an only child growing up. And I think it's super important to pass on your experiences and like pass on my likes and my influences to my kid, um, but also let my kid explore, you know, different stuff and pick out for themselves their path too. That's important too. So kind of a blended mixture of the philosophies. Yeah, don't want to push anything on them, but because it wasn't pushed on me. I was the one pushing back when I was little. Like I gotta have the piano. I gotta do this. I mean, as soon as there was a piano in the house, I was 5 years old. On my birthday, I turned 5, and I was just going to town on it because I started taking lessons once a week, just like most kids would, if they do it. So yeah, I just really like a duck to water was me. And I remember my parents saying, "Are you sure?" A few times along the way, "Are you sure you want to really do this? Are you sure you want to get this serious?" And then by the time it came for college stuff, it was like I was a lost cause. I was lost to it. I had to go audition for the music schools.
See, for me, when it comes to music, I cannot read any lick of music, like at all. Because when I was younger, if I listen to a song, I can pick it up like right away and then start playing it.
Yeah,
That's how I learned music. But since my dad, he's a professor, and when I was younger, he goes, "Hey, I'm gonna teach you a few things on the piano, and I'm also gonna teach you some few things on the bass. But I'm also gonna show you the one thing I'm gonna show you is how to read music." And since I have, a really bad, stigmatism, ADHD, I wasn't really focused on reading the music. So if I can hear a tune and I can pick it up right away on my saxophone, I'm like, oh, okay, so we're playing this tune. What key are we in? Okay, cool. I'm in this key. Awesome. And I'm like, boom, 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 boom. Then I got the song right away. So that's
yeah,
how good my ears are.
that's
Oh, okay. All right, we're doing this tune. Cool. All right, I'll pick it up. So
yeah. It's interesting, Remy. It's interesting to me because the real quick fact about myself is that I started by ear too, and then I was I was almost kind of like force fed how to read music. I was little. I didn't want to when I was 5, 6 years old. Didn't really want to stick to reading music and stuff. But I was going through formal piano lessons, and they made me do that, and I'm glad they did. And I'm good at pretty comfortable sight reading now, like a lot of things. But you know, at the same time, I think that if you overlearn a skill, it drowns out the original skill, something, or it can, if you aren't careful. So like, you want to have that ear regardless whether you read music or not. I think the ear is the main thing anyway.
The first tune that I learned how to play was a Jaco Pastorius tune, and it was the Chicken. So I learned how to play.
Yeah.
I just learned how to play the bass line on my saxophone, and that was it. My dad goes, "Here, can you play this bass line on your sax?" I'm like, "If you can play a little bit, I can pick it up." He goes, "Okay." So my dad just goes, I'm like, "Okay." I picked it right on my sax. I'm like, "Damn, that's a song." I'm like, "All right, cool." And then after that, he showed me the melody, the harmony, and then he goes, "All right, that's a song. Put it together on your sax." I'm like, just like that. You want me to just play it by myself? He goes, "No, no, no. I'll play with you, and then we'll practice a little bit because I want you to play this song with my band at this gig." I'm like, "Oh, that's why." So we were at what was the gig? We were at Seminole Community College. My dad knew a couple musicians who teach out there, and his band was a guest band at this seminar. So my dad's saxophonist didn't show up. So
Oh,
who who sat in? I did. I sat in and I played the Chicken with them.
awesome. Wow. That's really neat. That's really neat that happened. That's that's super impressive too to have your ear tuned in to that fine degree. That's
I learned like I know like a couple more jazz standards, but
yeah,
I'm like, nah, I don't want to play any more jazz. Let me play some upbeat, cool songs that people can just, vibe to. Like, yeah, I can play Michael Jackson. I can play a
right.
little bit of, Earth, Wind and Fire. But the one group I love is Tower of Power. I mean, it's
Oh,
one of my favorite funk groups of all time.
of course, of course. Hey, can you play New York State of Mind?
Yeah, I'm not playing that long Billy Joel tune, man. No way.
Sure, come on.
No,
Bring
no,
it up.
no.
I'll play the piano for it, and we just need somebody to sing like him. My voice is too low.
Definitely not on my sax, man. No way.
uh,
All right, Jeremy, it is time for us to do the rapid questions. Now, you can take your time if you would like, but these are coming from the late James Lipton from inside the Actors Studio.
oh yes,
So, my first question is, Jeremy, what's your favorite word?
Inception.
What is your least favorite word?
Don't.
What sound or noise do you love?
The ocean.
What sound or noise you just cannot stand?
Okay, cliche. This is a cliche here. Nails on the chalkboard.
Yeah, yeah, I get the response a lot. Who was your favorite Disney character?
Roger Rabbit.
Okay. Uh, what is your favorite theme park attraction?
Everest.
Favorite theme park snack?
Mm. Popcorn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite theme park music?
Oh, Main Street USA.
Okay. See, for me it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
I love the background music of Tomorrowland
Oh, nice choice. Yeah.
because you can hear today's the time that tune. I can every time that I'm in
Yeah.
Tomorrowland that tune is always playing in the background. I'm like, I love it. uh okay, what is your Actually, what is your favorite themed land at the Magic Kingdom?
Mm. Ooh, it's Tomorrowland. I
All
can't
right, Tomorrowland's good.
land, yeah.
Favorite piano player.
mm. At Magic Kingdom, or just, are
It
we?
can be living
Oh,
or no, or non-living.
non-living. Oh, wow.
Or you can pick your favorite local piano player.
Hmm. I'm gonna have to go with a non-living piano player that I grew up listening to. Um, and he's a classical player, but could have played anything. I feel like if he had chosen to. In fact, I've heard some stories that he did play a lot of different things. There's just no record or documentation of that, but he released a lot of recordings of Beethoven and stuff like that. Horowitz, Vladimir Horowitz.
Whoa, that's a cool name.
Yeah, it's a cool name. Check out some of the fast, crazy stuff that he played in, Beethoven or Bach or something like Chopin, and Rachmaninoff, all those cats. It's just wild.
I forgot my other favorite piano player. I forgot one more, and he's a jazz piano player,
Oh,
Ray Charles.
oh, Ray Charles. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I totally forgot about him.
Yeah.
And
Love.
the last and final question is, if heaven exists, what do you want to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Good job. Keep it up.
There we go. Can't complain, man. Jeremie, man, thank you so much for coming on this morning. And dude, please let our audience know what is your social? Where can I check you out on social media?
JeremieMichael.com. That's Jeremy with an IE, Michael.com. And all the
Uh,
there. Yeah, everything comes from there.
all right, and guys, it is time for us to get up on out of here. Guys, thank you so much for listening to Remy's Roundtable, the Florida theme park podcast. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this episode as much as we did. You guys can follow us on all social media, which is on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and right here on YouTube. If you guys need a candle for your home or for your office, head on over to the Magic Candle Company and pick yourself up a candle for your home or for your office, and use our code Roundtable19 at checkout for your lovely discount. I do have some brand new designs on teepublic.com. That's teepublic.com. Pick yourself up a theme park t-shirt and support the show as well. And if you guys are in the Central Florida area and you guys are hungry, head on over to Jeff's Bagel Run. That's right, Jeff's Bagel Run. Go check them out, guys, and you guys will love their handcrafted bagels and their handcrafted cream cheese. On the behalf of Jeremy, guys, my name is Remy. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see everybody next time right here on Remy's Roundtable.